Good evening to you, worthy friend. Please, please, come closer. Too close, a little too close. There.
Hey, what are you doing, Hubert? This one's not about you. Welcome back. Today we're spicing things up by adding enemies. But we don't want anything too spicy. Enemy number 1 is just going to be an AFK. At least until we bump into him. And like all enemies that go AFK, they're a slime bag. Or at least a slime. But even with an AFK enemy on the edge of our screen, we're still in danger. Since we have our movement system set up to where the ground moves and our hero just kinda sits there, when the ground is moving, we need our enemies to move too, whether they're ready to fight or not. This will also mean that if the enemies are moving, they need to start with the ground move speed and then add their own. So this AFK slime should essentially be charging right at us. The only question now is, what happens when we make contact? Well, something like that. But for now, we're just working on the movement, so we'll just end up deleting the enemy and moving on. And with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the technical side. So, start out with dragging a gloopy slime onto my project, set in the Z order. And then in my code, I wanted to, for now at least, make sure the gloopy slime is touching the floor. And if it is, and the floor is not stopped, we're going to move him. And we're going to use the same force that we did before, that sets it equal to our Hubert's move speed, and then also add it to our gloopy slime's move speed, which means we'll have to set a move speed. And I'm going to have this starting out at 0, and we'll go ahead and set that in our code when we want it. And now we can see that our gloopy slimes end up matching our floor. I'll throw another one on here, set the Z order. And I'm going to go ahead and change the second one's move speed to 150. And now we have one that moves faster than the ground. So for our next condition, we're just going to go ahead and delete those gloopy slimes when they collide. And that will be our kickoff point for when we add attacking. And our last bit of code here, we're going to start a timer at the beginning of our scene. And every time that timer hits 3 seconds, we're going to make a new slime. And they just go ahead and spawn off screen and then start moving over. And they have random speeds. And I bumped into a little bit of issue with our Z order here. So I set it to 0, which is what I have all the other slimes set to. And for some reason, my slimes would not appear. And after a bit of digging, they were appearing. They just weren't appearing visibly. And that's because I'm dumb and I had my Z order set to 0 for multiple units. So both my slimes and my background for the sky were set to 0. And creating a new slime in-game at 0, set it in front of the background. And doing it dynamically through the coding, put it behind the background. So, quick fix. I set all my skies to -1, and now when I set my slimes to 0, they just go ahead and continue to spawn forever. And that's all the time we have in today's video. Hope you all liked it. Comments, concerns, questions, leave them down below. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.